I raised 8 children without antibiotics and they're all still alive. My son's 40 in February and he's never had an antibiotic. Do you know, he might get through his whole life never having them. That's what it should be. Most people should go through their life never having them. And what's the old saying? A stitch in time saves 9. Nip it in the bud. If someone gets a sore foot, put a poultice on it. Do some hot and colds and then it'll go away. But people don't know what to do, so the foot gets sorer and then the line goes up the leg and then the foot blows up and oh, quick, we need it. Can you see that?
Hello and welcome back. I'm Barbara O'Neill and today I'm going to reveal 5 herbs that work 10 times faster and better than antibiotics. As many of us know, antibiotics have been a cornerstone of modern medicine, but their overuse has led to several diseases. Surprisingly, research shows that certain herbs can provide powerful antimicrobial properties that rival traditional antibiotics. In this video, I'll introduce you to these incredible herbs backed by science and share how you can incorporate them into your daily routine to boost your health naturally.
A lot of people say to me, I eat garlic all the time, and that's great. I think we all eat garlic all the time. But if you want to use it as an antibiotic, 4 raw cloves a day. Not everyone can take that, and if you can't take it, maybe you look at an alternative like your olive leaf extract, which is another excellent antibiotic. So what would you do for a baby? For a baby, you could slice up the onion very finely and put it in a little cloth and bind it to the bottom of their feet. And I have done this quite a lot to my little ones, which are not little ones any longer, when they were little, and my daughters do it to their children. So you get a little cloth like this and a couple of slices of very finely sliced garlic, and let's just pretend that my hand is the little foot, and you would bind it to the bottom of the foot. And then you put the bootie on. Or if it's a toddler, then you put the shoe and sock on. It takes 1 minute for 1 drop of blood to go around the whole body. And in about 2 minutes, you can smell it on their breath. I used to put it on my son James when he was a little bloke. He used to get a bit of bronchial things. And at the end of the day, I'd take his shoes and socks off. And those bits of garlic were yellow and dried out like little bits of dried out leather. There was not a drop left in them. The slicing is the best because the juices release little by little. If you were to put slices of garlic straight onto the feet, it would blister the feet. And that's why the cloth, even though the juice comes through the cloth, it acts as a little bit of a protection. But I've met a few mothers that have blistered their babies' feet. One lady said she heard about it, so she grated up the garlic, and she said, the whole of my baby's foot is 1 blister. I said, that'll heal, but it's a pity you won't be able to put garlic poultice on for about a week. But that is a very old remedy for whooping cough. What happens? Well, as soon as the garlic juice goes into the bloodstream, the body takes it where it needs it. And if there's a congested chest, it'll take it there, and it actually has the ability to loosen up a congested chest.
Garlic is not just a flavourful addition to meals, it comes with a range of impressive health benefits. One of the most notable advantages is its ability to boost the immune system. Regular garlic consumption may help reduce the frequency of colds and infections. Some people report that they experience fewer colds when they include garlic in their diets. Garlic also supports heart health. It has been shown to lower blood pressure, making it particularly beneficial for those with hypertension. This is important because managing blood pressure can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. Additionally, garlic can help improve cholesterol levels by lowering LDL cholesterol while increasing HDL cholesterol, promoting better overall cardiovascular health. The anti-inflammatory properties of garlic are another reason to include it in your diet. Chronic inflammation can lead to various diseases, including heart disease and diabetes. Garlic's natural compounds can help reduce inflammation in the body, potentially lowering the risk of these conditions. Garlic is also rich in antioxidants, which help protect your body from oxidative stress. Oxidative stress can lead to cellular damage and is linked to aging and chronic diseases. By consuming garlic, you can increase your antioxidant intake and help your body fight off harmful free radicals. Moreover, garlic may have a protective effect against certain types of cancer. Some research suggests that regular garlic consumption may lower the risk of stomach and colorectal cancers. This could be attributed to its active compounds that support the body's detoxification processes and inhibit the growth of cancer cells.
Now we're going to have a look at ginger. Ginger can be used internally and ginger can be used externally. Internally, it's an anti-inflammatory, but it's probably mostly known for its anti-nausea effect. If you buy car sickness or seasickness tablets, it's compressed ginger. Now the easiest way I think to have this is to grate it. So you grate it on that little grater and you'll grate about a teaspoon and you put it in a little teapot and pour boiling water on it and let it sit probably 10 minutes. Now that might be too strong for you, but I love it. I love it like that. If it's too strong, you just water it down a little bit. If someone's very cold, maybe they've been caught out in the cold or something and it's very hard to warm them up, give them a cup of hot ginger tea and it will warm them up very nicely. So it can be used for nausea, it can be used to warm a person if they're chilled or cold. And you saw too, it is one of the recipes in the flu bomb. I was at a function, it was a health seminar, and in the break, everyone went and had their herb teas, and there was a girl with a tiny little grater grating ginger. And I said, ginger. She said, I'm an entertainer, I'm a singer. She said, I was in Greece last year and I lost my voice. And a little Greek lady made me a hot ginger tea. She said, I sung that night. So she said, I travel with my little grater everywhere I go. So very nice on a sore throat or hoarse throat. Now we're going to look at what you can do with ginger externally. So I always take a plate and I always take the plastic square. Again, you can use a wool square next to that, but you still need that plastic backing so that it doesn't wet all your clothes and also so it insulates. And then we put a cloth over it, and it's usually around this size. And then I grate straight onto it. So why would I use a ginger poultice? I would use a ginger poultice for an inflamed joint. So the easiest way to remember this is ginger is for joints. So that would be gout, it would be arthritis, also a sore back, an inflamed back. Now when someone's got an inflamed back, they usually put a hot water bottle on it, is that right? But if the back is hurting because of inflammation, where's my knife? Here. The hot water bottle will relax, and you know the reason why the hot water bottle relaxes is because when we're in pain, the muscles around that area tighten and cramp. Basically, they go out in sympathy with the pain. And you put a hot water bottle on that and it relaxes those cramping muscles. So you do get some relief, but it does not help the inflammation. It can even make it worse. But ginger, if you apply a ginger poultice anywhere where there's inflammation, the ginger pulls the inflammation out of the joint to the skin and the skin gets really hot. So if you apply this to the lower back, the heat relaxes the muscles and yet the ginger is reducing the inflammation. So you do about that much. And then how you make the poultice is you put the left side over and the right side over, and the bottom comes up and the top goes down. So you can see I've made like a little package there. And then I turn that over, and the part that's touching the skin is where you've just got one layer. And the beauty of this little package also is that you've got a few layers behind so that if it is quite wet, it will help to soak up any drips. And then you will apply that to the area. Now let's say that I have an inflamed joint, then you would apply it to the area there. But you can see even with the plastic on that, not much is touching the skin. It's only the very edges.
To use the ginger poultice effectively, start by making sure the area is clean and dry. Gently place the poultice directly onto the inflamed joint or sore back. If needed, you can secure it in place with a bandage or cloth. It's best to leave the poultice on for at least 30 minutes to an hour, allowing the ginger to penetrate the skin and work on reducing inflammation. Some people prefer to sleep with the poultice on, especially if they're dealing with chronic pain. While using the poultice, you may notice an increase in warmth in the area, which is a good sign that the ginger is helping to draw out the inflammation. However, if you ever feel too much heat or discomfort, it's important to take it off right away. Listening to your body is crucial. In addition to using poultices, consider adding ginger to your daily routine. Drinking ginger tea regularly can help prevent inflammation and keep you feeling good overall. If you prefer something more concentrated, ginger capsules or supplements are also available.
Now we're going to have a look at the raw onion. So the raw onion can be used for a few things. Now if you have a organic, non-GO, non-irradiated onion and you cut it up, you'll start crying, won't you? That onion juice has an effect to stimulate the respiratory organs to clear and to thin the mucus. So the cooked onion, as I said, is for ear and for a boil, but the raw onion is used often mostly for respiratory. Now you might be surprised at where I'm going to put this, or where I'm going to suggest putting this onion that I'm chopping up, and that is on the bottom of the feet for a head cold or a chest cold. You see, the biggest pores in the whole of your body are on the soles of your feet. So what you do is you get a plastic bag thus, and you put the onion in the plastic bag, and then the foot is put on the, let's say this is the foot, you put it on the onion in the plastic bag, and then twist this bag around and around and secure it, and then put a sock on. And the sock will hold it nice and firm. You want the onion on the bottom of the feet because the biggest pores in your body are on the bottom of your feet, and the body will take the onion where it needs to go. And often it'll take it if you need it in the chest or to clear the head. I was with my daughter and her little 3-year-old. We'd put him to bed, he had a cold and he coughed and he coughed, and you think any moment he'll fall asleep. But half an hour later, he was still coughing, and I said to my daughter, Emma, just get him up and we'll do the onion. We put the onion on the bottom of his feet, put the sock on, put him back to bed, not one more cough. It's almost unbelievable what it does. And a friend of mine, she was camping in the bush, near the beach, and the lady in the tent next door coughed all night. She said it kept waking them. So the next day in the afternoon, she befriended the lady and she said, I noticed you have a cough. And the lady said, oh, I'm so sorry if I've kept you awake. And my friend said, I've got a little tip that may help you. Now, when you're camping, you've nearly always got an onion, and you've just about always got plastic bags. And so she did it to the lady who was willing to do anything. No coughing all night long. It's such a simple treatment and yet quite effective. The bottom of the feet do not get tender, it doesn't irritate. Obviously, once you take it off in the morning, you would throw it away. But that's a very simple treatment that can be done for someone with respiratory or a cough.
If you think about it, this simple remedy can be particularly helpful during cold and flu season when respiratory issues are more common. It's a natural approach that doesn't involve any medications, making it suitable for people of all ages, including children. Many families might already have onions in their kitchen, so it's easily accessible. Another advantage is that it doesn't require any complicated preparation. You can use just about any onion, whether it's yellow, red or white. Each type has its own unique properties, but they all contain sulfur compounds that can help fight infections and reduce inflammation. Moreover, if you're not keen on placing the onion directly on the skin, you can also try placing it near your bed at night. The onion will still release its beneficial compounds into the air, which may help ease your breathing while you sleep. Many people report a noticeable difference after just one night of using this remedy. If you or someone you know struggles with persistent coughs or congestion, consider giving this natural treatment a try. It's a straightforward, low-cost option that has worked for countless others, and it might just provide the relief you need.
Now, the last we're going to look at is charcoal. Charcoal is a remarkable substance because charcoal can absorb up to, I think it's the figures are about 150 times its own weight in poisons. Now, charcoal is unique in that it not only absorbs poison, it neutralizes poison. That's a very important point. So you can use it internally for any poisoning, or you can use it internally for diarrhea. And a lot of people will travel with charcoal now when they go to Asia. You can actually get charcoal tablets. You can use charcoal externally for bee stings, wasp bites, spider bites, snake bites. But when you mix charcoal with water, it's like mixing dirt with water. So I'm going to mix it because I'm all for no mess, and charcoal's very messy. So I'm going to mix it with psyllium. You can also mix it with ground flax, but it's a pity I'd rather eat the flax. So I'm going to do it with psyllium, and you can use equal amounts of psyllium. So we're going to do 2 psyllium, and we're going to do 2 charcoal. Now, this poultice that I'm making, it can be used on sore eyes. It can be used on bee stings, you know, any type of stings, wasp stings. It's quite incredible the way it takes the pain out almost immediately. So I'm going to mix that a little bit, and then I'm going to put water in. Now, if I were to mix this in a bowl, then we'd have terrible trouble trying to get the black out of our bowl. But if you mix it in something like this, there's a few pluses. One is it's not going to be messy, and I do this when I'm cooking, I guess. Now you seal it up, and then you mix. Mix, 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 mix. And as it all mixes together, you can spread it out, and it'll start to take a bit of form because that's what the psyllium does. You see what I've got now? Now you can put that in the fridge. Someone's got a bee sting. You run in here, you get scissors, and you cut a square, cut the top, peel it off, take it up, and slap it straight on the bee sting.
Charcoal poultices have a lot of uses beyond just treating stings and bites. You can use them on skin infections like boils or abscesses to draw out toxins and help the area heal. They're also useful for skin irritations or rashes, as they can reduce inflammation and speed up recovery. Charcoal can even help with burns or sunburns because it cools the skin and eases the pain. If you have joint pain or arthritis, a warm charcoal poultice might bring some relief. It's also helpful for acne or other skin issues since it draws out impurities, which helps reduce swelling and redness. And for anyone dealing with foot odour or athlete's foot, using a charcoal poultice can be effective at neutralising odour and fighting off fungal infections. Its natural detoxifying properties make it handy for a wide variety of skin problems.
The humble potato. Now, the potato is very good at reducing tissue inflammation. So this would be something like a swollen infected finger. It would be something like a swollen ankle. And sometimes you might have a swollen knee and you'll think, well, do I do potato or do I do ginger? Well, do one for a few hours, take it off and do another one for a few hours. Your body will tell you what is best, because sometimes you don't know whether it's joint or tissue inflammation. And what you do is you just grate that potato. We've got a tiny little potato, but that's usually all you need, because if you do too much, it becomes too wet, and there's nothing worse than leaking poultices. And the lady of the house will not be happy if there's potato juice on her sheets, because it's not easy to get out. In fact, our laundry lady has asked us, please don't do any more poultices at night in the health retreat, because the sheets were getting a bit stained. But you can certainly do them through the day, as long as you make sure you wrap them up really well. There shouldn't be a problem. So here is the potato poultice. And this would be a good size for a knee, say a sore knee, sprained ankle, like that. And you put it, again, you make the poultice out of it. Now, with the potato, it's very alkalizing, and when you've got inflamed tissue, it's very acid. And potato is high in potassium and phosphorus, and both of those are absorbed by the skin to help with the healing. So you can see again, I've got an area around my poultice, so that when you put it on the skin, like I did with Amelia's poultice, the plastic well covers it.
Potatoes can help reduce inflammation due to their natural cooling properties and alkaline nature. Inflammation often occurs when there is too much acidity in a particular area of the body, and potatoes can assist in balancing that. When applied to the skin, a potato can draw out excess heat, helping to reduce swelling and alleviate discomfort. They also contain minerals such as potassium and phosphorus, which can be absorbed through the skin to aid in healing. One of the benefits of using a potato is its simplicity. You can grate a raw potato and apply it directly to the affected area. To keep it in place and prevent any mess, wrap it with a cloth or some plastic wrap. Leave it on for a couple of hours before removing it. If needed, you can replace it with a fresh poultice afterward. Potato poultices are versatile and can be used for various types of inflammation. They are effective for joint problems like swollen knees or sprained ankles. You can also apply them to sore muscles, insect bites, or minor burns. Because of their cooling effect, they are particularly useful if the inflamed area feels warm or hot. Thank you so much for joining me today as we explored these powerful herbs that can work better than antibiotics. I hope this information has inspired you to take a more natural approach to support your health. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more health insights. Feel free to share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care and stay healthy.